Remember that pandemic time when like everyone was like, it was chaos, but still we figured it out. We made it out. It was really hard, but it was the community that, kept us going.
When you know your goals and where you want to be in your personal and professional life, so that way you are designing your life. It's not you're just living your life. You need to have a purpose in your life, a mission in your life.
If you embrace the change, then you will almost certainly obtain some growth from that.
Today, on Culture and Career Corner with Sunny Kayla, we'll hear from 3 of IT by Design's team members with a wealth of knowledge and experience. Gina, Matt, and Alaukik. Listen in as each one shares their unique career journey, what they like about IT by Design's culture, and their personal life lessons. If you enjoy content like this, be sure to subscribe, like, and share. Now, sit back, relax, and enjoy learning about our ITBD colleagues. Over to you, Sunny. Welcome to this exciting episode of Culture and Career Corner here at IT by Design with Sunny Kayla. But you're thinking, hey, that guy's not Sunny. That's right. My name is Todd Billier. I'm filling in for Mr. Sunny. He's a little under the weather, so he's asked me to cover. And I was actually really excited because we have 3 incredibly awesome guests with us. 3 incredibly awesome guests that I've had the pleasure of working directly with over the last 5 years. We have my friend Gina. Gina, say hello to our coworkers.
Hello, everyone.
What do you do here, Gina?
I do nothing. I just smile.
But it's a $1 million smile. Ever since day one, I've always talked about Gina and her $1 million smile. My favorite memory of working with Gina is back when she used to do the interviews and she'd carry her laptop all around, giving people the big tour of our facilities. People loved it, and she smiled through the whole thing, no matter how many times she did it. All right, coming up next, my favorite webmaster, Mr. Alaukik. Tell the world what you do, brother.
Hi, guys. Just like Gina, I do not know what I do, but no, but seriously, I'm the digital marketing manager here. It's been almost 5 years I've been here, and I like what I do. And I work with you guys closely. That's it.
Awesome. And now my favorite memory working with Alaukik, it was right before Build It. We had a bunch of websites and campaigns to get out. We pulled all-nighters. But the man, I swear to God, he must not have slept for like 3 days. He just pushed through and got it done. And the team and I certainly appreciate it. And last and not least, guy I've known for 13 years, I think it is, Matt. And you still tell people it's okay for me to say that. So Matt Mills, welcome to the podcast. Introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. Hello, I'm Matt. Unfortunately, my smile does not qualify for Gina's job. So my real job is working with our MDE managed dedicated engineer service.
Excellent. And like I mentioned, Matt and I go way, way back in the MSP industry here. And one thing about Matt is he always has like a joke up his sleeve. He will make you laugh if you want to or not. It may be a corny joke, but the man has one. Absolutely.
It's almost assuredly going to be a corny joke, Todd. You know that.
All right, Matt. Well, we're going to start with you. Tell us a little bit about your journey here at IT by Design.
Yeah. So I was actually recruited by Todd here. He had joined IT by Design in 2018, I believe it was. Maybe it was 2017. We had worked at the same company previously, and he just really fell in love with the place once he started. So he started reaching out to me. And the timing lined up right. So I joined IT by Design in December of 2019. So it's been just a little over 5 years. Journey's been, varied, I would say. So my original role was doing direct hire recruiting for MSP partners, and then also doing corporate or internal recruiting for our U.S. operations. That went on for about a year. And there was a transition that happened. Our MSP, Dedicated Engineer Service, or MDE, really needed someone to kind of add some value to the service in terms of the interview process and the alignment of the engineers and so on and so forth. So I just happened to have that kind of experience. So I moved over to that group, and that's where I've been for the past, 4.5 years.
And absolutely doing a great job at it. And I think the lesson there, as I hear it, is Don't be afraid to take on new roles. Be nimble. Adapt as the company adapts. Even if you don't know exactly what it's going to be, jump in that seat, learn it as you go, and own it. Thank you, Matt. All right, Mr. Alaukik, tell us a little bit about your journey here at IT by Design.
My journey with ITBD has been seriously a roller coaster ride, and I guess Todd, you have been there like throughout. So it was really interesting. I joined IT by Design as digital marketing, specialist. At that point of time, we did not really have a full-fledged marketing team. We were like setting it out, and then I do remember that we were overhauling our website at that point of time, and then I realized that the something what I am designing is actually better than what we already have. And then Todd, you came into picture, and we pulled those all nighters, and we created that website. Never got to work on digital marketing though. What I was doing is web development. After almost 3 years, I finally got to work on digital marketing when all these websites were done and everything was falling in line. So I think I can say that during this almost 5 years of my journey here, I learned a lot. Uh, New tools, new stuff, and especially the leadership. You guys like pushed me really hard to move forward into leadership position, help team. Just because I have been here and there are new people coming in, and MSP is a it's a very niche industry. It's not really easy to understand for new people. So you need to have someone to guide them. So I think that's where I stepped into little bit of leadership. Not really a leader, but kinda. So something like that, something sort of that. That's my journey here at ITBD Design.
Yep, definitely you spoke a lot there to being a lifelong learner. And not only is it important to learn, but it's important to share that knowledge with those who are coming behind you. Great life lesson there is to make sure you're a lifelong learner. All right, Miss Gina, tell us a little bit about your journey.
All right. Oh my gosh, it's been 10 years. So summing up my 10 years journey.
10 years.
Yeah. Thank you guys. Yeah. So summing up my 10 years journey with IT buddies, it's gonna be tricky, but I'll give it a shot. So I kicked off my career in sales back in 2014 and quickly climbed the ladder, going from acting manager to sales manager within a year and a half. And then things took a turn in 2017 when I became a parent, leading me to choose a schedule that allowed me to balance work and caring for my baby. And that led me to the HR TA team for a year before transitioning to the service team. So eventually, I circled back to the sales and marketing in 2020. Now I wear the head of a marketing integrator, overseeing the execution of ongoing projects and making sure everyone is on track. And as I have embarked on my leadership journey, I honestly don't feel the job titles are really important, but what matters most is the opportunity to utilize my unique abilities. And genuinely, I enjoy what I do every day, and that's why it doesn't feel like it's been 10 years already. So yeah, loving it, loving being here.
That's outstanding. 10 years, always being open to new opportunities, finding roles that you enjoy doing, taking advantage of those, natural abilities, what you're good at. The days just fly by. And in your case, 10 years flies by. All right, let's move into our next question. We're going to start with Mr. Alaukik on this one. How would you describe IT by Design's culture?
I would say that transparent leadership here, in India, especially, not other places, but especially in India, what happens that there is this certain hierarchy that you need to follow whenever you need something. In IT by Design, it's not the case. So let's say that I need something, and Todd, I need something from you. I do not need to really go to this whole chain of command. I can just simply go to you and Todd, I need help. Please help me out, and the team helps. And I think that's something that I like the most. Like even I can directly approach our CEO, go there and ask Sunny, I need this. Can you help me out? And he would happily say that, okay, Alaukik, this is the timeline I have. Just call me, ping me, and we can do this. Second thing, I think the culture is our community. So community our CU has been focusing on it. We all are focusing on it. And even in the last question, I answered that whenever new people are coming in, I'm trying to pitch in, trying to help them. So community is basically something that I really like. And it's like continuous learning, going through together, go through it. Especially remember that pandemic time when like everyone was like, it was chaos, but still we figured it out. We made it out. This was the first time when we went back to, doing this whole work from home journey thing. It was really hard, but it was the community that kept us going. So I would say that community and transparent leadership is very, very good here.
Yeah, strong sense of teamwork and the sense of community. Outstanding. All right, Gina, how would you describe IT by Design's culture?
In addition to what
After
Alaukik
10
just
years,
said,
you definitely have experienced our culture.
Yep. I would say at ITBD is the culture of growth thrives, and this, we follow the mantra that either you win or you learn. So that has become a guiding principle and motivating all the individuals to explore new opportunities and embrace personal development. So, and one more thing I would definitely like to say that over 80% of our employees or team members actively embody the principles of the collaborative way. We have implemented this training for all our employees, ensuring we all speak the same language across the organization. So this has definitely changed me as a person, to be honest. But it was definitely very helpful for the personal development, as well as you can implement those principles in your personal life too. So definitely that's the impact we had from this training.
Right. Again, it goes back to that lifelong learning and adaptability and always is trying new things and growing. Excellent. All right, Matt, how would you describe the culture here at IT by Design?
I think our culture is really just a direct reflection of our core values. So we have 5 core values: humility, accountability, positivity, passion, and your community. And one of the things that stands out to me is we all hold each other accountable to those behaviors within the organization, working with other departments, working with your own team members. And I think accountability and being intentional about the culture and the behaviors that you want to see and the outcomes that you want to see, I think that's a really critical part. So that, and in addition, Gina mentioned the collaborative way. So that was really important for us, because the lessons learned with the collaborative way are universal. So we have folks in India, we have folks in the US, we have folks in the Philippines. So there are a lot of different cultures coming together. But the collaborative way really shows how to communicate with one another, and it doesn't matter what your cultural background is to get the best results.
Absolutely. And it's interesting, as all 3 of you answered, you really all spoke to our core values, just using different words and such. And I think that speaks volumes to our culture, of how we truly have embraced those values. All right, Gina, we're coming to you next. What would you say your top 3 life lessons that you've learned along that 10-year journey here that you would share with the next generation of leaders up and coming?
All right. I'll keep it short. Love yourself, practice gratitude, and surround yourself with positive growth mindset people. And one more, live your life by design, not by default.
Absolutely. For those who aren't familiar with it, why don't you give us a quick little overview of it?
Okay. One thing I heard on one of our meetings, that you should enjoy your journey as much as you enjoy your destination. When you know your goals and where you want to be in your personal and professional life, so that way you are designing your life. It's not you're just living your life. You need to have a purpose in your life, a mission in your life, and staying with the people who are positive and are helping you to grow. So choosing friends like them can make your life more enjoyable and successful. And practice gratitude. I think that's one of the lesson I have learned, that sometimes we take our parents, our friends for granted. We take our relationship very lightly. We don't really appreciate, we don't acknowledge, we don't show gratitude. So I think even telling them thank you what they have done or making a phone call to them that you appreciate what they have done for you. I think that makes a huge difference. So be open and communicate. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that how much you appreciate what they have done. So these things, I think they do really matter.
Outstanding. Thank you, Gina. That was very, very nice. All right, Matt, let's go over to you. What would you say your top 3 life lessons along your journey that you would share with the next generation are?
So number one for me would be to always do what you say you're going to do. It sounds like, sure, yeah, everybody knows that, but it's not always the case. And when you do that, when you hold yourself accountable and deliver when you say you're going to deliver on what you're going to deliver on, it really creates trust. And that trust that you create with your team members, your community members, it becomes infectious. And then you're in a high trust organization, and everybody knows that they can always count on their counterparts. So that would be number one. Number two would be, empathy. Be empathetic. There's a lot of stressful times in an organization. There are times where you have to collaborate with different departments. Try and understand what challenges they face. Try and understand kind of what their processes are, and maybe there are some challenges they're facing that are out of their control. So it gives you a better overall understanding of how the business works, and makes it easier for you to collaborate with one another, and there's some trust there as well. And then, finally, I would say, and this has been difficult for me. I'm a creature of habit, but embrace change. Any organization needs to be nimble and flexible in order to hit those next level targets. And if you embrace the change, then you will almost certainly obtain some growth from that. It's just going to happen. So those would be the top 3 that I would say, Todd.
Absolutely. And it's interesting, the always say what you're going to do, to be empathetic and embrace change. I think a lot of that goes back to, a lot of things Gina talked about in the collaborative way earlier. So, all right, Alaukik, over to you. Give us your top 3 life lessons that you would share with those who come behind us.
I think embrace adaptability in this, ever-changing world, especially in technology. Like it keeps changing. A lot of new things come in, and if you are stuck at some place, not want to learn something new, big example is that ChatGPT and AI stuff that happened last year. If you're not changing yourself, you're not adapting to the new technologies or the new stuff, you'll be stuck. So that's my one lesson, that you always have to adapt to the changes. I think Matt also cleared it out, really explained it a bit, so I'll keep it short. Second one, my top second one is the continuous learning. In this organization, I learned a lot from like a lot of people, very different people. I'm fortunate enough to be working with the CEOs, president, and I'm working with these people. So on a daily basis, I learn a lot from them. So continuous learning is something that has been my priority and will be priority for the rest of my life. And the third one is work-life balance. That's something everyone struggles. Unless you figure it out completely, you are going to struggle, especially in India when parents are living with you most of the time, and then the family is a bit demanding. For us, it's a bit challenging because we work during the EST hours, that is nighttime here, and we barely get time. So this, work-life balance is something that you really need to be focusing on if you want your work life and your personal life to be, working out fine. So these are my top 3 learnings from my journey here.
Yeah, so being a lifelong learner and adaptability seems to be a common theme. And I have to say I completely agree. All right, now, those were the questions we prepped you for. So now comes the zinger. We're going to go alphabetical, even though Alaukik just answered. He's up first.
Sorry, Alaukik.
So you're out with some friends, and one of your trusted friends says to you, "Hey, Alaukik, I'm looking for a new opportunity." What's the number one reason you would tell that person they should join IT by Design?
Oh, 100%. it goes back to continuous learning. Like that's my first thing. No matter who comes to IT by Design, they're always presented with this opportunity to grow themselves. Okay, like I got this, and the new people, especially in the last 1 or 2 months, we have been hiring like really aggressively for marketing. We're expanding, and even though someone is coming from one particular role, we give them freedom to explore. And like, let's say that I'm a SEO guy, but I do love data. I can like go back directly to Kevin and ask him for help and start learning HubSpot. I was the guy who was supposed to be a digital marketing guy who is handling the entire website right now. So it's continuous learning. That's one thing. That's the first reason I would like keep it in my mind and suggest people to come join IT by Design and learn new things.
Excellent. All right, Gina, you're next in the batting order. You're out with your friends, you're having a good evening, and one of them says, Gina, you're always so happy. I'm looking for a new opportunity. Why, do you think I should join IT by Design? Why would you tell that person to join? Besides to see your $1 million smile every day.
I think they can see how happy I am here, and not just how happy I am, but the growth I have in 10 years, and still able to enjoy my work every day, and I take pride in that. And most of my friends would know, and there have been people who are coming and in ITBD, joining ITBD. It's because of the culture we have. We have, it's transparent and open communication to the leadership team, and there are, layers that you can escalate if there are any issues. So I think the open communication and the opportunities you get in ITBD. For me, like, I started my career as a salesperson, like appointment setter, but now I'm in the marketing. It's because of I had the zeal to learn and grow. If you have that, and if you want to grow, ITBD is the place, but it's definitely not a place for the lazy people. If you don't want to grow, you don't want to learn, it's not the place for you. And
you better have a good smile, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Matt Mills, we're going to wrap up with you. You're out with your friends, and somebody's looking for a new opportunity. Why would you recommend they join IT by Design, besides to work with me every day?
Well, that's part of it, Todd. No, it's really simple. It's the people. I've been here for quite a while, and I truly enjoy everybody that I work with. I think we've never compromised on our hiring in terms of cultural alignment with IT by Design. So, you can rest assured that everybody that you work with is of a very similar mindset to that. So that would be my number one. I love all the people I work with.
Great. Thank you. All right. So Gina, Alaukik, and Matt, thank you so much for being our guest this week. All outstanding questions. It looks like we're all lifelong learners with a lot of accountability. Outstanding. And for you, the listener, thank you so much for tuning in here. We certainly appreciate it. And if you enjoy content like this, please be sure to like, comment, and share. And we'll see you in the next episode.